just started. I did a couple of snaps first.
He took his ball off it was snapped on top of the donut.
Did you have fun with that toy? Was that toy fun?
Were you out here when we were trying to catch him?
I just drove by when you were giving up, I think. You were pulling the transport away. What happened?
We got that Andy's ball, and we rolled it all the way down here next to the transport, and he was like, oh, I want that so bad. And then he realized something was up, so he kind of stopped and was just staring at the new ball. And then he kind of looked at us and looked at the ball, and then went over and played with his own ball.
Like, I have a ball. Yeah. You can't fool me.
I don't need this extra one, thanks.
You're such a smart tiger.
Seems like it's a trick.
Charaka's too smart for us.
Oh, there you go.
Is the other vet here yet?
Yes.
So the other vet is here, and they're getting all their stuff ready. He has a large animal practice, and so he's got a long scope like you would use on a horse, and they are going to use it on Charaka to see if there's some obstruction in his throat. Will it go all the way to his stomach? Do you know?
That's what they're looking for, is in his stomach.
Oh, so Jamie says it'll go all the way down to the stomach. So she's out here warming up with a cup of coffee because it's 54 degrees and we in Florida are losing our minds that it's so cold. I don't know how you guys up north handle it. And she's already been a part of helping with Hoover and then with Little White Dove and now Charaka, and it's all on her day off. So same thing for the vets. It's their days off too, and they've come out here to help the cats. But Charaka is one of Jamie's favorites, and she wanted to spend some time with him, giving him some scratches with the back scratcher. We don't touch the cats here because that would be rude, and second, it would send the worst possible message. These guys are not pets, and so we shouldn't be doing anything that makes people think they could be pets. But every once in a while they like a good scratch, so we have a telescoping back scratcher. Can you hold that up? We go through a lot of those because those little end pieces fall off. And the cats like them.
They've also been really helpful with some of the cats that need to get fluids a couple days after their procedure. They like being scratched so much that we can scratch them through the enclosure and inject them with the needle to give them sub-Q fluids without having to sedate them.
And they act like they can't even feel the needle when they're getting those scratches. They're just like, it feels so good, I don't want to move.
What are you doing, silly?
They trim those up so you can't eat them.
Watch me.
Can eat the bark and all.
Charaka. That's not nice. Once those are gone, they're gone.
Jamie, I put those on the front of your golf cart.
What was that?
Something's on the floor of your golf cart. Are they looking for something? Right, Linda, who doesn't like a good back scratch? Where'd your friend go? Where'd the friend with the back scratcher go? Gotta go find her. Go find her. Where'd Jamie go? Oh my goodness, where'd my Jamie go? Right, I don't know about this new vet. It's somebody I don't know, so I don't know if they're going to let us go live or not in there. If we do, it will be at bigcatrescue.org/vet. That's where the live webcam will be, if they are okay with that. Oh my gosh, minus 15 degrees in Wisconsin. You guys are crazy living in that kind of weather. Oh, you're such a talker.
What are you looking for? Oh, the keys? Tools?
So, what are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anything.
I was just talking to Afton.
name on the radio, but I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Somebody called and said, where was the snow on top of the transpo thing? Can I take these for a second? Because I think they may need.
Yes. Yeah, they might need the. You can take those locks up to the hospital too. Yeah.
Could you move that piece of wire out of my way? Judith, we are known for our huge bugs, that's for sure. Everything else in Florida is smaller. We have smaller deer, smaller bobcats, smaller cougars, but our bugs, and nobody can compare to those huge monsters. Oh, good, CJ. See, you guys know more than I do with all these cameras everywhere. It's -10 in Switzerland. Wouldn't mind being in Switzerland if it weren't for the weather.
We just watched that show Before the Flood last night.
Before the Flood?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. It's all about like climate change.
Oh, wow.
Talking about how it's getting colder in places and hotter in places and bad storms we're getting.
Was it on TV or at the movies?
It came on TV a while ago, but I think you can get it anywhere. iTunes, Netflix. Spent like 2 years traveling to all these places that are dealing with climate change issues. Like islands that are completely flooded. There was stuff in there that I had no idea. Like in Miami, they've had to like implement these huge, like millions of dollars worth of pumps because their streets get flooded with high tides.
The last 2 times I was down there, I could not believe it. I mean, there's like water in the streets, literally everywhere.
And I was telling Justin it was funny because one of the places he went was to the Vatican, and the Pope actually made some sort of statement recognizing climate change as an issue, which is a big deal. And you don't hear about that in the news, but I did hear about in the news that everybody's mad because there's a McDonald's in Vatican City. Like, who cares about that? Why is that news?
Isn't that
But
something?
the climate stuff doesn't make the news.
I think people really don't want to hear about it because they don't want to be afraid of it.
Well, according to this documentary, it's all suppressed because of oil business, fossil fuels.
It's hard to compete with that kind of money.
And they like show all this information about how all these legislators are funded by those organizations. It's just
So wrong.
yeah.
There really should be a limit on how much anybody, including a corporation, can give to a political campaign. There's no reason to be blowing millions of dollars on political campaigns, but they have to do it to win because everybody does it. So if you made the playing field fair, like everybody could give $100 to the favorite candidate, that's it. That would just save so much money and take all of the special interests out of the mix.
There was one, I can't remember which country it was. A fairly large country just said that they were going to go fossil fuel free. So they're all renewable energies.
Yeah, I saw that. Who was that?
Switzerland or Greenland? It was one of those type.
And they gave themselves a pretty short deadline, too.
Yeah. You're being so patient.
He's like, I want to know why that lady has a scarf on her head. Is that a cat on her head? I don't know. It might be a cat on her head. Were you able to capture any information with that camera that you've got posted next to him?
Probably not. There's no vomit or diarrhea on that side. That was just the most common place he uses. Looks like you have visitors.
Uh-oh.
Just remember, I didn't do it.
She's here to protect you. She'll fight to the very end with that back scratcher. Keep those old vets away. It's the entire vet team on Birdie. She's so chuffy. He's so chuffy. So I think Dr. Justin was asking if he could hand inject him if Jamie were scratching him. He says no, you may not.
We can try it.
Okay, let me just get everything ready. Let me pressurize it.
Oh, you're gonna like press yours.
Yeah, because it's already in there. I got no choice.
Better.
Go away. That's it.
I got scratches now.
I'll just shoot you a turn.
Thank you for visiting, Liz. So Jamie wants to make herself scarce. She doesn't want Charaka to associate being darted with her.
That was bad. Yeah. It's really bad. That thing just popped right up.
Apparently they had a faulty dart, so he's working on that. And it's going to be like 20 minutes before he falls asleep, so I'm going to shut this down, and in 20 minutes when we get ready to move him, I will start it up again.